Everybody, welcome to the showcase for iteration 18. Me and Manjot will be taking you through what we did for the last iteration. Let's look at the highlights from the iteration. What we did was we had done performance testing over the last couple of iterations, and in the last iteration, we completed the performance testing and published the results. Then what we predominantly did in this iteration was focus on the vaccine functionality, which is an allocation based process, unlike the requisition based process that OpenLMIS was supporting till now. So in trying to bring in the allocation based process under the umbrella of OpenLMIS, what we had to do was we had to modify the inbuilt framework for OpenLMIS, by which I mean that there were changes to geographic zones, there were changes to master template. We introduced the concept of delivery zones, unlike requisition groups, which was earlier for the request based programs. And then we introduced the concept of product group. We also did the story to define the formula to calculate the ideal stock amount for each of the products. We also started off on the user journey for a field coordinator to plan a distribution. Even though that user journey is not complete, we have just taken the first step towards that. Another stream of work that we also did was OpenLMIS. We did primarily a lot of analysis on the OpenLMIS stream in this previous iteration, to identify work for the upcoming iteration. Primarily, these were on the ARV regimens, emergency RNR, report only RNR, product mapping flows, and also we plan to kickstart work on ARV regimens with one pair in the coming iteration. On the contract stream of things, what we did was we proposed and finalized the approach to map community health workers into OpenLMIS. We are also working closely to integrate contract requirements with OpenLMIS using APIs. Now let's go into detail onto the various stories that we did in this iteration. So if you look at it, 7 stories were done on the allocation based system, and 1 story was done on the OpenLMIS stream of things. The single story that stands out in the OpenLMIS stream of things is the RNR full screen and the default selection. We will start off with the first story, which is update geozones to contain population lat and long. So this is a story by which we introduce 2 new fields, or rather 3 new fields, which is population, latitude and longitude under geographic zones. Why we needed this was we needed to capture how much is the population for each of these districts or states or counties, or different kinds of geographic zones. We want to capture their population data. And lat and long is captured so that at a later point of time when we are introducing maps, we can accurately locate the state or the city via its latitude and longitude. So that is the story for update geozones containing population, latitude and longitude. So Manjot will take us through the upload for that.
Okay, thank you, Bijesh, for the useful insight into the story number 757, which is update geozones to contain population, lat and long. So what I'll be doing, I'll be taking you through the functional aspect of this particular story. So for that, I'll have to log in through an admin user. So let me just log in through an admin user. So for uploading this particular CSV, we need to browse through the upload screen. So prior to that, let me just take you guys through that particular CSV, what that CSV is all about. So let me just open that CSV. Please stick with this. Just finding out where that CSV is all at which location. Okay, so we are talking about the update geozones. So basically that CSV is, we're just opening that CSV. It is taking some time as due to network delay. So this is the CSV that Vijesh and I was talking about. Basically, it has, let me just zoom it in so that we can clearly read what context it holds basically. So it has one country which is Mozambique, and it has three provinces as Norte, Centro, and Sul. And basically we have nine districts in that. So every three district, for example, district 1, 2, 3 are tagged to a single province, that is Norte. Similarly, 4, 5, 6 will be tagged to Centro, and 7, 8, 9 will be tagged to Sul. Now I'll try to upload this particular file. For that, I'll have to select the upload type as geographic zones. We'll have to browse through that file. So that file is right over here. It took a little while to find that particular file. We'll try and upload this file. So as you guys can see, there were 13 records in that file. So all those file records have been successfully updated to DB. So that was a little bit regarding this particular story, 765. So let us move to another story, that is 755, which is upload product group and map product to product group. So what this story is all about basically, or what is the business context? So products on RNR form will be grouped into the product groups, and the admin needs to upload the product groups into the OpenLMIS and subsequently associate individual products to the product groups during that product upload process. So basically we will have two types of upload in this particular story. One is product group, and second one is the product upload itself. So let me just open that file of a product group in front of you.
So typically why we want to introduce the concept of product groups is basically because products that belong to the same family can be grouped together. So for example, polio can be a product group, and polio 10 dose vials can be one of those members in the family, and polio 20 dose vials can be another member in the family. Similarly with syringes, the family name or the product group name is syringe, but it can contain members like syringe of a 5 ml or syringe of a 0.5 ml or a syringe of a 0.05 ml.
Thank you very much, Vijesh. So that was the CSV that we have for product group. So let me just open the another file, which is CSV file for the product upload, to showcase you guys how the products are mapped to the product groups. So we'll have to wait till the file. Okay, the file has been loaded. Now we'll maximize it. Now as Vijesh has already mentioned, that we'll have different products which will be mapped to different product groups. So as polio 10 dose and polio 20 dose are there as a product codes, it will be mapped to the product groups as polio. That is the last row, that is the last column that you guys can have a look at it. So first two are tagged to product group name as polio. Similarly for penta and syrup, so we'll have a product name as Penta 1 and Penta 10, which are allocated or which are tagged to product group as Penta. Similarly, we have product code as syringe 5 ml, syringe 0.5 ml, and syringe 0.05 ml, which has been tagged with a product group as syringe. So these are the two files that will try to upload. Let me just close these files. We'll have to go to the upload screen again. For uploading the product group, we'll have to select the upload type as product groups. We'll have to browse to that file again. So we'll have to go for product groups. File has been selected. We'll try to upload that file. As there were 3 records in that particular file, so the number of records created are 3 over here. So we have a subsequent upload kind of feature in here, in which if there are some records that are present in database, so those number of records will be updated, and if there are some new records in the CSV, those will be considered as newly created records. So as we can see over here, the 3 records that were inserted into database are the new ones. Hence, it is shown as numbers of records created equivalent to 3 and number of records updated equivalent to 0. Since product group has been uploaded successfully, the next part or the second part of this particular story is to upload products. For that, we'll have to select the upload type as products. We'll have to browse to that file. File has been successfully selected, and then we'll try to upload that file. As you guys can see, so the file for products has been successfully uploaded. That means that we have now product groups. We have products which has been mapped to a particular product group. So that was related to story number 755, which is upload the product group and map product to product group. So we'll open a PPT which will show how we're gonna take care of the next story, which is 758, which is related to delivery zones. So Bijesh will shed some light on that.
So what we have done here is delivery zones is a new concept that we have introduced, and it is similar to requisition groups. So if you remember, delivery requisition groups were associated with programs and they ran on schedules. They also had facilities as their members, and then they could associate warehouses with them. So delivery zones also run on a similar concept, wherein a country, you would define it into different delivery zones. So for example, in this case, what we've done is we've taken the example of Mozambique, and we've said that there are 3 delivery zones in Mozambique. One is Norte, Centro, and Sul. What we've done further is then gone ahead and attached programs on a monthly schedule to them, which is Norte follows vaccines on a monthly schedule, Centro follows vaccines on a monthly schedule, and Sul also follows vaccines on a monthly schedule. What we have further done is, we have arranged Norte, Centro, and Sul as 3 different districts, and in each of these districts we have added 1 facility each. So essentially, when you upload, you would upload the facility to a delivery zone mapping, and in between the facility would actually be associated with each of these districts as well. So that association is also taken care of. So, last but not the least, you should notice that there are codes like W15, W16, and W17 in here with each of these delivery zones. What they refer to is the warehouses for each of these delivery zones. So what we're going to showcase to you next is that 4 uploads respect to the delivery zones, which is, one is you would define the delivery zones, what are their names, what are their codes. The second thing is you would associate programs and schedules with them. The third thing is you would identify the members or the facilities for each of these delivery zones. And fourth thing what we would do is we would associate each of these delivery zones with 1 or more warehouses.
Okay, thank you very much, Bijesh. Let me just open the files, the CSV files in front of you. So the first file that we'll be taking care of will be the delivery zone upload. We'll open that file. So this is a file. I'll zoom in so that you can see the content of this particular file. So as rightly said by Bijesh, we have 3 delivery zones that One is Norte province, then is Central province, and then there is Sul province. So first of all, we'll do it this way. We'll showcase the content of the CSV. We'll try and upload it, and we'll go about each and every CSV in a iterative fashion. Like we'll show that, we'll upload that, and we'll take care of the second thing afterwards. So since I'll try to upload this particular file, so I'll have to select the upload type equivalent to that. So upload type for uploading delivery zone is delivery zone itself. So we'll have to browse to that file, where that file is right now. So here we have picked up the file. We'll try to upload that file. And there were 3 records in that file. So those file has been successfully uploaded. So the next file that we'll be taking care of is mapping of delivery zone with the programs and schedule, as already mentioned by Bijesh, that the delivery zones, we have 3 delivery zones in here. So we'll be mapping that delivery zone with the push based programs, and the push based program that we have in our system is vaccines. So we'll be mapping the delivery zones with the program named as vaccines, and the schedule on a monthly basis. For that we have a product code, program schedule code as M. So we'll first of all try to open that particular CSV. This is a CSV. We'll zoom it in. So in the previous CSV, I've already shown that there were 3 delivery zones. So all those delivery zones have been mapped to the program named as vaccines, which is a push-based program in our system right now. And it has been mapped to schedule on a monthly basis. For that, we have a schedule code as M in here. So let us try to upload this file as well. We'll go to the upload screen again. We'll select the appropriate upload type, that is the map delivery zones to program schedules. We'll browse to that file. So we have picked up the right file now. We'll try to upload it. So the number of records created are 3. So this was a little bit related to how we map delivery zones with the programs and schedules. So the next CSV that is a part of this story is basically the delivery zone mapping with the facilities that we call at delivery zone members. So in that particular thing, we'll be mapping the delivery zones that we have defined up till now with the facilities that are already present in the system. So there is one dependency that whatever facility will be mapping it to delivery zones should present in the system itself. So for that, we'll have to upload the facilities as well. So let us first of all go ahead and upload the facilities. Prior to that, we'll show you what that facility file consists of. So this is the facility file that we have in here. So as you guys can see, there are 5 facilities in here, which are the simple facilities, and we have 4 facilities which are basically the warehouses with the facility code as W15, W16, W17 and W18. We'll try to upload this file first of all. We'll have to go to upload screen again. We'll have to select the upload type as facilities. Browse to that file. Select that file. We'll try and upload it. The file has been successfully uploaded. Since now we have delivery zones in our system, we have required facilities in our system, so we can go ahead with our third type of upload, which is delivery zone members upload, which is a mapping of delivery zone to facilities. Let me just open that file first of all to see the content of that particular CSV. We'll zoom in. So we have delivery zones mapping with facility over here. As you can see, Norte province has been mapped to 2 facilities, that is F10 and F11. That has been shown by Bijesh in the PPT itself. And we have a Centro province which has been mapped with facility F12 and F13. So, and similarly, we have Sul province which has been mapped with facility F14. So we'll try and update this CSV file. The upload type for this particular CSV file will be delivery zone members. We'll browse to that file. Okay, we'll try to upload it. Now the file has been successfully uploaded, and we have a mapping of delivery zones with the facility in the system now. Now the fourth and the final type of upload, which is a part of the story, is of mapping of delivery type of a mapping of delivery zone with the warehouses. So as I've already shown that in a facility upload file, we have five uploads. We have five rows for the normal facilities. That is that was starting with the F, and we have four basically rows for the facilities or the warehouses that we're gonna map with this particular delivery zone. So let me just open that CSV file to see the content of this file. So here it is. We'll zoom in. So these were the warehouses that we have already uploaded using the facility CSV file. So in this particular upload, what we're trying to do is to map the delivery zone with the warehouses, which has already been shown by Bijesh in the PPT. And basically what this particular CSV is saying, that we have Anorte province mapped to warehouse 15, Centro with the warehouse 16, and Seoul province with the warehouse 17 and 18 respectively. Now we'll try to upload this file as well. We'll go to the upload screen. The upload type for this file is delivery zone warehouses. We'll browse through that file. Here is the file. We'll try to upload it. The file has been successfully uploaded with the number of records created are 4, as you've already seen that the records were there in the CSV were 4 in number. So all of them has been successfully created into a database. So this was little bit related to the story that is basically defined delivery zones, story number 758. So we'll be taking care of the next story, which is basically the plan by distribution and modify a program to accommodate push and pull type, story number 765 and story number 810. So for taking care of these two stories, what we need to do is, first of all, let me give you the business context of the story. So related to story 810, which is modifying the programs to accommodate the push and pull types, the business context is basically with the introduction of VRMIS to OpenLMIS, there is a need to bifurcate the types of programs supported. So VRMIS follows a push-based flow and OpenLMIS follows a pull-based or requisition-based flow. So here is a need to check basically that the program that is supported by OpenLMIS will have to be of type pull, and of VRMIS will have to be a type push. So that is the need of this particular, that is the basic business context of this particular story. So and we'll be showing this particular, we'll be showing the two stories at a single go. The second story is 765, which is planned by distribution. So what is the context of this story? This context is basically, as a field coordinator, I should be able to plan my trip to the delivery zone so that I can deliver the vaccines to the facility in that zone. So we have altogether different a new screen for that particular functionality. So whichever user is having the option of the right of, rather I will say, the right of manage distribution, will be able to see the option to plan my distribution and all. So let me just log out and log in through a user which is having a right to do to manage the distribution, that is the field coordinator. So the username is field coordinator. We'll try to log in. So as you guys can see, there is a menu item as distributions and a sub menu item as manage over here. As usual, we'll click this particular sub menu. We'll be able to see the three controls or the three drop down over here. One is the delivery zone, then the programs that are basically mapped to the delivery zone, and the period associated to the particular program and all. So basically this program drop down that we can see over here, it should show all the push based programs as per the VRMIS need. So let me just show you what all delivery zones we have in here. So as it is showing as a delivery zone first, so maybe we'll have to refresh the data. So for that we have certain queries. Let me just run those queries and then The data will be refreshed according to the uploads that we have done. So I've ran those queries. Let me just see. So as rightly updated, we have updated delivery zones. We have basically uploaded 3 delivery zones, out of which we are showing self province and not a province over here. This is just to show you guys that however we can upload in any numbers of delivery zones, but whatever has been mapped to a user will be able to see all those delivery zones only. So let me just select a delivery zone, and then the corresponding programs that has been mapped to the delivery zone will be shown in the drop down. Since there is only a single program that is of push type in our system right now, so that program name is vaccines. So it'll show vaccines in the drop down, as you guys can see. We'll select the vaccines over here, and we'll see all those periods which has been mapped with this particular program and delivery zone. So all those periods are there in the drop down, and there is an option of proceed over here, which shows an option of view warehouse load amount and input facility data.
These are stories that are coming up in the next iteration. So, this is what plan my distribution is when you choose your delivery zone program period.
Okay, so the next story that we'll be showcasing is related to the ISA, which is a story of story number is 759, which is edit program product to define the ISA formula. So for that thing, we need to log in as an admin user. So since it is admin functionality to define the formula and all, so we'll log out. So whosoever user is having the right of manage program product will be able to see the option of configuring an ISA formula and all. So since admin has the right to do that, we'll try to log in as admin.
So essentially what ISA formula means is, for each of those push-based products, you need to define what is it that, what is the target population for each of these facilities, and for each of those facilities that would have that kind of a population, what is the buffer stock amount and the average wastage rate that you would have. So you need to give in these parameters as formula, and based on this formula is what we would calculate how much of dosage is required for a given population. So if you look at here, we have all those products that we had uploaded earlier as a part of the products upload that Manju did a bit earlier. So if I go to polio 10 dose product and say edit formula, so for each of those populations, I would know that polio has to be given to a target population which has a percentage. So let's say it's a 3%. The doses per patient per year would be, say, around 3. The average rate is 1. The buffer stock rate is 2. And the adjustment quantity I'm going to say is 17. So if you look at it, the monthly restock amount is a value that needs to be calculated based on the catchment population for each of the facilities. So each of the facilities that runs a vaccine program and has this product needs to know how much dosage of vaccines it would need. So let's do a test calculation on that. So what I do is I say I have a population of 100. I know that I need 167 doses of vaccines per month. If I have a population of 1000, I would need 1517 doses. So that is what this formula calculation story is all about. So if I save this formula, it would appear on the ISA formula page for against each of these products, and I can do this for each of those products. So with that, we come to the end of all the VRMIS push-based stories. We have the master template.
Yes, Brijesh, we are left with one story, which is 763, and that is update the master template.
Okay, so again for push-based allocations, we had requirement that we need to add 2 more fields on our configurable master template. So we have done that. So these 2 fields are, one is the new total field, which is of display Y, is calculated value, which is the sum of beginning balance and total receipt quantity. We have added that. We have also added something called as an expiration date for each of those products, which will take in a validation of mm/YYYY. We require these two quantities specifically for push-based programs, but since it's both deriving from our single configurable master template, we introduce these two extra fields in here. So that was that story. And the last story what we want to showcase is the new UI changes, the user interface changes that we have brought on onto the requisition screen. Manjot will take us through that.
Thank you, Vijesh. So we have done some improvements on on the RNR screen, and apart from that, we have done the improvements on the screens like user and facility screen. So let me first take you guys through what all improvements that we have done on the RNR screen. So for that, I'll have to log out and I'll have to log in as a user, which is having a right to initiate RNR or submit RNR. Okay, we'll have to click on this link and then we'll have to select the program. For example, I'm selecting program as TV in here. Oops, it does not have any products mapped to it. So what we'll do is we'll select another program as essential medicine. So it also does not have programs mapped. So let me just try another environment. So we'll log in again as a store in charge user. Then we'll click on create authorize. We'll select the program. So we have all those products for a particular program listed over here. So what all improvements or the things, the positive things or the feedbacks that we have incorporated for this RNAD screen is, first of all, there is an option for full screen view. As you guys can see, I have already took my cursor on the that particular icon. We'll click on this particular icon and user will be in full screen view, and similarly by clicking back that particular button or icon, user will be getting out of this full screen view. So this is one, and afterwards as you guys can see, we have changed the font family to Verdana so that better readability is there, and basically the space utilization should be good. So apart from that, one more thing has been incorporated, which is the space between the product name. Previously, it was some more space, and we have tried to reduce it to the minimum so that it is readable, yet it should not take much of the space. So this is one another thing. And one more optimization that we have done over in this RNR screen is we have removed the vertical separators that was there between each and every cell in each and every row. So so that the same reason is there, so that the space utilization should be optimized and all. And so this was related to the RNR screen, and basically one more thing that has been incorporated. So that thing is, when user press the browser back button, the criteria that user has previously selected is intact, and we are retaining that search criteria so that user need not select that particular program and then click on period and all that stuff, or click on my facility thing. So that search criteria has been retained successfully. And there is one more improvement, that previously it was this whenever user was coming to the initiate RNR screen, there were two radio buttons that were present. That is one my facility, second one is my supervised facility, and both of them was not any of them, basically I would like to say, any of them was not selected by default. So there is one more improvement that we have done on this screen is we have done a default selection of my facility. User need not click on my facility when it's coming or landing on this initiate RNR screen. Apart from the improvements that we have done on RNR screen, there are the same improvements of browser back button that we have done on the user screen and the facility screen. To showcase that thing, I'll have to log in as the user, which has the right to manage facility and manage users. That is the admin user, and I'll try to log in. So for going to the manage facility screen and the manage user screen, user will have to click on this manage a menu. So in this search facility, for example, I want to search for a facility which I have already uploaded as, that is F10. We'll try to click on this facility. It'll open the details that this particular facility has, like GSN, facility name, facility type, and who operate this particular facility. It can be NGO, it can be MOH and all. So all the facility details will be shown. And what if user wants to go back? So we have retained the search result in this particular case as well. As user clicks the browser back button, will be taken to that same screen, search facility screen, with the search criteria that we have entered previously. It has been retained successfully. So the same thing has been done on the user screen as well. As we click on user tab, the user screen will appear. For example, I want to looking for a user which is Fatima. So I'll, for example, type in as Fat. I've got a search result. I'm clicking on that particular button. I've seen all those details of that particular user that's been displayed to me right now. So the same, basically the thing that has been implemented in the facility case or the requisition case, that if a user wants to click on the browser back button and need not and don't want to basically enter the search criteria again, we'll click on this back button, and you can see the search criteria or the search results has been successfully retained for the user screen as well. So this was the improvements or the feedbacks that we have incorporated for the R&R screen and the user screen and facility screen. So this is about the iteration 18 functional stories with respect to the VRMS or OpenLMIS. With that, we come to an end of iteration 18 showcase. Vijesh would like to add something or summarize it.
Yeah, thank you, Manjot. Thank you for the wonderful demonstration. What we would like to know is your feedback on the iteration 18 stories. If you have any feedbacks, please get in touch with Ron, and he will convey the feedback to us. And yeah, you can always have a go on the UAT environment on testing out these stories. Thank you so much.